I guess that's it for now. Hey, I'm done. Oh, yeah? Cool. I haven't made any progress, as you can plainly see. Want some help? I would love some help, actually. With our powers combined, we can guess twice as blindly. Okay, better idea. You grab that side, I'll grab this side, and we wrench this thing open. Makes me proud to know that your first response is violence. Oh, shut up and pull. On 3, ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, no, look, you're just pulling me across the floor now. Well, that ain't my fault, noodle arms. Brace yourself on something, why don't you? Oh. I have a feeling I know the password to this. Our kidnapper had better hurry up and do something before this musclehead pulls my arms off. I wish you'd let me get down to it. Whoa. All right, part 5. I picked a really awkward spot to end off then. Part 5 is called Cubic Zirconia. Tragedy, indeed. That innocence, if ever it was, can be stripped away without a warning. Life is simply unfair, don't you think? To speak nothing of fate, nor destiny. Carolyn, the greatest misfortunes are built by human hands. You are here, for example, by my decision, and my decision alone. I accept your blame and your anger for whatever will transpire here. Oh, no. Really? And I will not apologize. You are here for a reason. A necessity. I must punish him. 20 lives they sacrificed. This is the only warning they will receive. That innocent souls might be saved, I now state the truth. Life is simply unfair. It does not need to be. They will die to balance the scales. I will kill them. That is destiny. If that fucking... As for the rest of you, your willingness to cooperate is the only thing standing between you and death. Now, do I have your attention? Alright, here we are. Right, well, So, Did anyone glean anything from that clearly evil monologue, or wasn't this nostalgic? It's worth pointing out that it isn't the same voice modulator he used. Not that I think it matters any. Here we go again, huh? So it seems. Any of your thoughts, Nathan? A shame. I could use a cheap laugh right about now. Could somebody please explain what's going on? We cooperate, or we die. Simple enough, depending on what our cooperation entails. This is nuts! Is it now? Because it looks to me like you're the only one who didn't see this coming. So, to her, it is nuts. Shut up, Edgeworth. But back to my question. Did anyone get anything from that message? Like, I don't know, why we're here, or maybe even what we're supposed to do? The guy all but admitted that he was the one who trapped us here. They said they mean to punish someone. One of us, I'm guessing? Sounded pretty self-righteous to me. It could mean the person who killed Detective Bishop. They interrupted the trial for his murder, after all. Well, why don't we ask and find out? Huh? Wasn't that a recording just now? Could be. We won't know if we can communicate with them unless we try. It doesn't strike me as his style, but you have a point. Well, Shiel, are you listening? Well, it was worth a shot anyway. Frankly, it wasn't the worst idea I've heard from the defense today. I am. I am not Shiel. I didn't think that was gonna work, actually. Me neither. Not Shiel, huh? Sorry, but I don't believe that for a second. Not only did you kidnap a group of people, but you specifically targeted us. I'm gonna need to see some pretty convincing proof to believe that you aren't him. I don't need to prove anything to you, fireman. I just need you to do as I say. You claim you aren't Shiel. So then, who are you? I believe I understand the conventions of this circle. Therefore, refer to me as Zero. Oh, good. Alright then, Zero. Don't you think it's time you told us what's going on here? I'm a busy guy, see? Let's keep this thing moving, eh? Your sarcasm is not appreciated, prosecutor. But very well. I will explain. Here, in this courtroom, we will hold a trial. A trial? In a sense. Although law and procedure mean little to me. I don't really care how you do it so long as I get the result I desire. And that is simple. One among you is Shiel. You'll determine who, and bring them to me. Wait, what? Hold on now. Are you kidding me? You're just gonna drop that on us? How could you possibly know something like that? I'm quite curious as well. You do have a reason to suspect one of us, right? Why don't you share with the class? I will not tell you any more than is necessary. I will say that my motives are complex, and leave it at that. Are you seriously memeing? Now? At me? Alright, I ain't doing anything this guy says. Is that wise, I wonder? Shield is here. in this room. I can't say I'm not intrigued. Alright, sure. If he's telling the truth. There's also no reason to believe this isn't just Sheol screwing with us. Truthfully, I cannot make you take action, and I cannot make you believe what I'm saying. We'll merely finish explaining the rules, and then I will let you all decide for yourselves. Acceptable? Let's get on with it. Very well. This trial will have a time limit. 90 minutes. That is all my patience can afford you. 90 minutes? That's all? And if we don't uncover the identity of this infamously elusive criminal in an hour and a half, what happens? If Sheol is not caught within the time limit, then I will consider the trial a failure, and I will kill all of you to ensure that Sheol is well and truly dead. What? Figures. Figures? How can you be so nonchalant about this? What the hell is wrong with you all? I don't... Hey! Bear guy. Zero. I don't belong in here, alright? I'm not involved with any of this. I don't know any of these people. I don't even know who this Sheol person is. And Nathan, he can't do anything for you in his condition, so just... Please, just... Understand that I am not here to bring you suffering. Rather, I am here to prevent such a fate. Not merely for you, but for everyone. However, allow me to reiterate, life is simply unfair. To that end, your 90 minutes start now. Attempts to flee or tamper with this bear will be met with death. No exceptions. That is all. Good hunting. Well then. So get on with it. Yep, I was gonna say, cue the Danganronpa music. This guy's still here? Why would I not be? Silently watching from afar is a pretty staple villain move. As I have already explained, I am no villain. I am here to catch Sheol. Why would I not assist with my own plan? Alright then, smart guy. Got any bright ideas floating around that machine-washable noggin of yours? I have been keeping tabs on this case. There is no shortage of mysteries from which to begin. My life is not at stake here, however, so I will defer to your judgment. Gee, thanks. Anyone got any actual ideas? 1, 2, 3, not it? Actual ideas, anyone? Seriously. Well, I got one if no one else feels like speaking up. You and Miss Faye. Who are you two exactly? Well, walked into that one. Yep. Allow me to throw that same question at the prosecution. My assistant and I won't be answering any questions before Edgeworth does. How forthcoming to you, Mia Faye? Tisk tisk. Dodging questions. Using aliases. Wearing sunglasses indoors. Could you be any more suspicious? What's this about an alias? Oh, I can assure you that Mia Faye is not this woman's real name. Hold on, what? Look who's talking, Edgy. What seems to be the problem? Are you perhaps referring to the fact that Miles Edgeworth is an alias as well? Because I got no problem admitting that. I'm open like a book. Okay, wait, what? It's nothing too complicated. The defense team, in addition to myself, have been concealing their true identities, that's all. Okay. You've got my attention. Now, where are you going with this? Yeah, Edgeworth, where are you going with this? Now, Miss Fay and Mr. Armando over there will certainly deny this is the case. Really, I could be lying just to throw some dirt around. It's possible. But judging by our dear captor's dashing good looks, I am fairly sure he agrees with me. So I take just my word for it. Somehow, I'm more lost than I was a minute ago. Well, Zero, care to illuminate the rest of us? I don't know what your aim is, Prosecutor, but I'll play along. Mia Fey, Diego Armando, and Miles Edgeworth are all names of fictional characters. Aha! As for why these three individuals are borrowing their names and likenesses, I could not say. And there you have it. Well, well. It is at least how I theorized before. The Phoenix Wright games are completely fictional to this universe. And we're supposed to figure out who among us is Shield, right? He's saying the three of them are the most likely suspects. Close, Detective, but not quite. You see, I'm willing to come clean and lay everything out on the table. In doing so, I can prove that I am not Shield. And why should we believe you? Sure, I admit that Mia Fey isn't my real name. Fine. Being upfront about something doesn't mean that you won't lie about others. An excellent point, Mia. Unfortunately for you, Zero can back me up on this as well. The two of you make a suspiciously good team, don't you? How flattering. Now, Zero, I can only assume you were the one who took most of our belongings, correct? Understand, Teresa, then, that you should also went through said belongings, right? This is true. Then you must have seen what I keep in my back pocket, yes? Would you be so kind as to tell the court what you found? I am not your mouthpiece, Prosecutor. This is the last time. Pinky swear. The prosecutor keeps his ID card and his badge in his back pocket. What? Badge? Badge for what? I am so very glad you asked. Ta-da! I'm a bona fide FBI agent. All right. What? You gotta be kidding me. I don't... Show me that thing. With pleasure. Here, catch. Miles Murdoch. Well, well. Federal prosecutor. That's a wig! Look, I know I don't have the most sterling personality, but I swore to uphold truth and justice when I accepted that badge, and I intend to do just that. Been chasing S.H.I.E.L.D. for 5 long years, and now it's come to this. I ask you all, put your faith in me. No one will get hurt, I promise you. Just leave it to me. We're all gonna get out of here, together. Hold on a minute there. The fence? That doesn't make any sense. First thing we did as part of our investigation was contact the FBI. What were you good for? Nothing. You wouldn't spare even one agent to help with the city and the condition it's in. So you're telling me that it was a crock of bull, huh? Well, no, it wasn't. Not exactly here, on the record, so to speak. Call it a matter of personal interest. I cashed in a few favors in order to service the prosecution. By the way, I'm not supposed to be here, hence the fake name. I didn't really know what I expected to find by coming here, but little did I know that my target would so easily present herself to me. Damn it. This is bad. No, this is about as bad as things could get. The FBI? You've got to be kidding me. It's insufferable. Damn it. I know what he's about to do, but I can't stop it. Well, You've heard my side of the story. Your turn, Mia Fey. Who are you? And why did you find it necessary to conceal your identity? We'd all love to know. Oi, Mia. The hell are we gonna do? Actually, our course of action is pretty straightforward. Really, there's only one thing we can do. Needless to say, your hesitancy reflects quite badly on you. I am waiting, Miss Fey. How about you two cotton ball wearing assholes simmer the hell down a minute, huh? You're just itching to pack us away for good, aren't you? You two in cahoots or what? I see no reason to prolong the inevitable. How about I prolong my fist in your face? What? No, I can't stall this thing. I can't stall this forever. I'm going to answer those questions with a few of my own. I'm going to try and fast talk your way out of it, in other words. Hear me out first and make your judgments after. Now, does anyone here know how to spot a real FBI badge? Oh, come on, really? Yes, really. How are we supposed to know if that ID is real or counterfeit? Miles Edgeworth, Miles Murdoch. Would you say both of those aren't aliases? But really, beside the point. Who cares if you're FBI or CIA or whatever? The question we're trying to answer here is, who is Shield? Being a Fed doesn't exclude you from the lineup. In fact, Shield, being an FBI agent, answers a lot of questions about his infamous elusiveness. She does have a point. She's grasping. She's throwing this tantrum to distract us from the fact that she doesn't want to tell us who she is. You're not wrong. Why does she not want to tell us? I say it's obvious. Because you, Mia Fey, are S.H.I.E.L.D. You can consider that a formal accusation. Oh, and I guess your little buddy is too. Looking to throw hands, Murdoch? FBI would not ruffle your feathers if I gotta. That won't be necessary, Diego. This can easily be solved with a little critical thinking. I could tell you all my real name, but I could lie about it just as easily. So, why even bother? I will say this. Just as the prosecutor claims, and as Zero claimed before him, we're here on a hunt. He and I are here to catch S.H.I.E.L.D. You've heard that line a few times now, but it's the truth. You're free to believe me, or not. Although I have my suspicions about an all-but nameless man who is trying to end this trial swiftly, I'm speaking first and using unnaturally aggressive rhetoric to pile suspicion on my partner and I. I prefer to do things properly. Properly? What was proper about trying to frame me for murder a few hours ago? As I said, our objective was to find S.H.I.E.L.D. Even before Zero stepped in. Our best chance of doing that was through the trial, and through solving Bishop's murder. We need to find a lead before a verdict gets handed down, which was made difficult by a certain someone trying to rush the trial to a premature conclusion. That's not even close to true, and you know it. In fact, if I recall correctly, it was you who was steering that trial. What? You're accusing me of being underhanded. You! You refused to let the court hear key witness testimony. Twice. That's withholding evidence. That's a stone-cold lie, Mia Fey. You know as well as I do that I brought Winters to the stand. Voluntarily. I can't believe what I'm hearing. You seriously expect anyone to believe? The only people who can back me up are Tower and Harper. Tower's obviously biased, and Harper... I don't... Okay, got your tongue, Mia? Harper's dead. This means that Diego is Tower. For those of you who weren't present earlier, let it be known, this woman fights dirty. Exhibit A, through bullying and flagrant disregard of legal standards. Miss Fey dragged a mentally ill, not to mention injured man to the witness stand. Exhibit B, without even a whisper of conclusive evidence or testimony. Miss Fey sought to have Captain Winters charged with murder, too, by her own admission, to stall the trial. Well, by all accounts, these maneuvers should not have been permissible in a court of law. And yet, Montclair is here, and Winters certainly knows where she stands with Miss Fey. And those are only the points I have evidence of, as far as mishandling of the case goes. Just what the hell is happening right now? This guy he's lying. There's no two ways about it. He's trying to drag my name through the mud. Make me look as bad as possible. Given the circumstances, there's only one reason he could have to do that. Trying to get me killed. Now, bringing things back around. Your logic holds a certain amount of water, I suppose. You're right. We can't exactly confirm your identity here. Or mine, for that matter. But is it enough to shake the spotlight? I think not. Like it or not, you're still blatantly keeping secrets. You've clearly got an agenda, too. Compared to me or anyone else here. Your shield. There's really no other way to look at it. If you're so sure, then why don't we test that theory? It's all or nothing. 0. Yes. You said we need to determine the identity of S.H.I.E.L.D. I'll ask plainly. Have we done that? Not to my standards. In other words, we need something more than fake names and so-called agendas. It is up to you to convince me of S.H.I.E.L.D.'s true identity. I don't care how. At the moment, I am not yet convinced. It bears no repeating that if you are unable to sway me, you will all die. There, how do we find a better approach or it's game over? Convinced? A better approach? Look, Mia, you're the most suspicious person here, and I want to know why. Could possibly be a better approach than that. S.H.I.E.L.D. is never going to confess because confessing means death. You need to prove the identity of S.H.I.E.L.D. through evidence. There's one piece of evidence in particular that bears investigating. Alright. Wait, no, that's not right. I think S.H.I.E.L.D. tried to influence this case in any way. Obviously, I'm talking about the phone call Graves and Montclair received from S.H.I.E.L.D. You can figure out what S.H.I.E.L.'s goal was by bringing these two to the hospice. That would definitely bring us a step closer to S.H.I.E.L.'s identity. I think you mean allegedly received from S.H.I.E.L.D. You've got no clue who it was that called, and there doesn't seem to be any way to find out. About that. What if I could confirm it was S.H.I.E.L.D.? Oh? Thought we weren't going to talk about that. The situation's kind of different now, tomorrow. What? Talk about what? Are you telling me you know something about this phone call? As if you are, that means you were withholding information from the investigation. Which, of course, would be obstruction of justice. So I recommend choosing your words very carefully. Didn't you just admit to finessing your position in the FBI for personal interest? Oh, right. Pretty sure no one is particularly concerned with the letter of the law at the moment. Yeah, well, basically. S.H.I.E.L.D. contacted us as well. Aha. Yeah. Wasn't just Graves and I, and Nathan. S.H.I.E.L.D. wanted all 4 of us to go to the hospice that night. You decided to keep this information to yourselves because... You never asked. Why do you think S.H.I.E.L.D. told us not to tell? Neither of us actually went to the meeting. It's not like we were withholding case-critical information. So you obeyed Shield's orders to not tell anyone? But you didn't when he told you to go to the hospice. It wasn't so much an order to go as it was an invitation. And the four of us agreed that we weren't going to go, so... Hold on, what? Man, back up a second. Why don't you just start from the beginning? Make this easy for all of us. Right. It was, the 12th. 5 days before the murder. My phone started to ring. This number I didn't recognize, so I left it go to voicemail. He didn't leave a message. But a few minutes later, they called back. This time I pick up. The second I heard his voice, it all came flooding back. He told me how nice it was to hear my voice again, among other nonsense. He said we'd be on the patient wing rooftop of Jason Memorial at midnight in 5 days. He said I was welcome to stop by and chat if I wanted. About what? Dunno. I didn't say a single word to him on the phone. He just said his piece and hung up. And he warned me not to tell any of my colleagues about our conversation. I had a similar experience, to put it simply. Remember that I sat and thought for a while. And then, later that evening, I picked up my phone again and called Damara. I hadn't considered it at the time, but as you know, she'd also been contacted by S.H.I.E.L.D. And I told him as much over the phone. He talked it over for a while, and then wondered if the other two had also heard from our old nemesis. Conference called Donald shortly after, I believe. That's right. He'd heard from S.H.I.E.L.D. as well. As we all know. We talked things over for a while. Eventually, made a deal. None of us would meet with S.H.I.E.L.D. You all agreed not to meet with S.H.I.E.L.D. Why? 2 reasons. For one, it was undeniably dangerous. Who knew what he was planning? And 2... Fuck that guy. We weren't going to let him jerk us around any longer, and he obviously wanted to see us for a reason. We all agreed to ignore him as a way to stick it to the man, so to speak. It appears Mr. Graves was not inclined to follow through on this agreement. No, it appears not. Any idea why he decided to go back on his word? Maybe he was simply more desperate for answers than we were. We had Nathan's name and number as well, but we don't really know if it was a good idea to call. The 3 of us made an arrangement to go see him in person 2 days later. And did you? Of course. We figured he would probably forget all about it, but we wanted to warn him anyway. S.H.I.E.L.D. would allegedly be passing through his residence after all. And yet, it appears Mr. Montclair had put enough away to remember to attend this meeting after all. You remember speaking with the 3 of them, Mr. Montclair? Nathan, are you alright? Pardon? Apologies. Was someone addressing me? Do you remember speaking with Donald Graves, Damar Rochelle, and Charlie Klein a week ago? No. That's not exactly surprising. The meeting did occur, however. For what little good it did. Well, you two, that was nothing if not interesting. However, I don't see how any of that proves it was Shield himself who called. Nothing you said discredits the notion that it was someone else and imitating his voice modulation. Right. Right. To be honest, I don't know what you mean either, Charlie. Before your hesitancy overcomes you, I would like to point out you have 82 minutes remaining. We've burned through 8 minutes already? Detective Klein, for the room and board. I work for some pretty shady people, let's say. In short, when S.H.I.E.L.D. nabbed me 5 years ago, I was on my way to a transaction of sorts. And I was carrying some stuff. But those 500 grams I had on me were gone when I woke up at the room and board. Never came up, and I've never told anyone. Especially not the LAPD or the FBI. When S.H.I.E.L.D. called me a week ago, he jokingly asked if I was still dealing. That's how I know for certain the person on the other end was really S.H.I.E.L.D. Couldn't have been one of your business partners? No shot. They're all in prison now. I put them there, in fact. Good on ya. They aren't involved with anything anymore. That checks out to me. Provided he's telling the truth, of course. Didn't notice anything off about his logic, either. So a fireman used to be involved in that sort of thing, huh? It's interesting, but not exactly relevant. Definitely just learned some important new info, though. Very important. All 4 were invited. Now that we all agree the caller was likely S.H.I.E.L.D., here's what I was thinking. Why did S.H.I.E.L.D. call the 4 survivors to the rooftop? You want to solve Kurt Bishop's murder, in other words. I don't disagree with that plan, per se, but I've got to wonder. Finding S.H.I.E.L.D. via Bishop's murder means unraveling this entire mystery. What makes you think we're even equipped to do that? Not much, I guess. If no one has a better idea, we're just going to have to make it happen. Yeah, but do we have anything going for us here? And in case you forgot, I haven't suddenly stopped thinking you two are S.H.I.E.L.D. I hope you don't expect us to just do as you say. Talk about a fox in the henhouse. Obviously the brunt of the work will fall to you and I. You aren't necessarily prosecuting Graves anymore. I don't need to defend him, so... Okay, yeah, but did you get the part where I literally think you're a serial killer? For the record, I legit think Donald Graves is the culprit. We can't trust this Joker. He's just looking for a chance to drag us under. No one said anything about having to like it. However, the fact of the matter is that we have no other option but to solve this case. We have you, we have us, and we have 4 related individuals with which we can consult. I don't know if this is possible or not, but we can all come together. I think we have a shot. My. Felt me impressed, Mia. That was almost pretty cool of you just now. Alright, I'm on board. For now. Where do we start? My memory is still a little fuzzy. Could you remind me how we left off? Sure. There were 2 theories floating around when Zero got the drop on us. Well, more like 1.5. The first was your theory, in which Winter sedated Graves and Monty and committed the crime after 12:30. Based on Montclair's testimony, we know he remembers going to the reading and, ergo, was not sedated. For a time, your theory was backed up by the fact that a bottle of ketamine had gone missing. but we had since located said bottle, all but confirming it was not used in the murder. While I am forced to agree that this does not completely discredit the possibility, I think you will agree that it does make it significantly less plausible. And our other theory is the OG, original theory, of course. Donald Graves went to the roof at midnight, hit Montclair, shot Bishop, and then tried to commit suicide. That's the same thing I've been saying literally this entire time. Wait a minute. Didn't I disprove that theory? You did. Then I undisproved it. You argued Graves could not be the killer because Winters didn't see him bring the bow into the hospice. My counter argument was this. The key to the front doors is stored at the reception desk. Graves could have known this from previous visits to the hospice. From watching Winters as the front doors are made of glass. Point being that Graves could have left the crossbow outside. And after Winters left to check on Montclair at 12 o'clock, all Graves had to do was grab the key, bring the crossbow inside, relock the door, and place the key back in its original spot. Presto! Graves could have easily smuggled the crossbow into the hospice unseen. But was there something about Montclair getting to the roof before Graves, too? Oh, that? Yeah, I guess. We had that big argument over whether it was possible for Graves to be the killer. If he wasn't the first person to arrive at the roof. You won, but I still maintain that the whole affair is inconclusive. Out of curiosity, what happens if it turns out that Graves is Shield? I understand that this is a fairly likely outcome. If you are able to prove conclusively that Donald Graves is Shield, then I will graciously accept this as the truth. But I'm aware that he is an easy target for you. I suspect, even a little, that he is being used as a scapegoat. It will not end well for you. Alright, no need to get all renegade about it. But yeah, that's where we left off. You were questioning Montclair and getting absolutely nowhere, then Zero gassed us. Alright, so what now? What indeed? This was your idea, Mia. Why don't you give us a direction? Mr. Shell and Mr. Klein just graced us with the first piece of new info we've seen in a while. Whereas the prosecutor and I have basically worked through all the information available to us. Both of you claim to be unrelated to Detective Bishop's murder, and I respect that. Still, I would hear your insights on the case, and on Shield's motives in particular. Sure. Just don't expect much. Now, believe me, I don't. It's settled then. Just give me a minute to figure out the best way to approach this, and we'll begin. I am well aware that this plan is a shot in the dark, but it's all we've got. And while it would be great to actually solve Bishop's murder, technically all we need to figure out here is what Shield's plan was. I don't know how this is going to play out, but there's nothing. What? Okay. Trial segment. Or investigation segment. Gotta say, I'm not liking our chances here. No other option to push forward, though, so I may as well pretend I've got this on lock. Zero? I clicked on 0. What am I looking at here? Tamara is staring absent-mindedly. Right at 0. It appears you have company, Miss Rochelle. Oh, so I do. Sorry, I didn't hear you approach. What were you doing? Nothing, really. Looked like you were, glaring at 0. I'm not exactly useful here. I'm not involved with this murder. I'm hardly detective material, so she decided it was worth her time to bother me for some reason. I thought I might be able to get something out of him. I don't know. It didn't work. And you decided to just sit here and quietly stare at him instead? Call it a poor attempt at intimidation. Miss Fate would serve us both if you were to find something more productive for Miss Rochelle to do. Right. About that. Harper's body is right behind this bench. I should not think about it. Well, looks like we're getting asked for testimony here. It feels like that's meant to be testimony. We'll ask about reason for suspicion first. Zero, I have a question. Go ahead. One of us is Shield, according to you. But why are you so sure? Shield likes to play games, and I cheat. That's all. If you really want to catch Shield, why are you hiding information? Why are you hiding information from us? Harper? It's about Judge Harper. I suppose this was going to come up sooner or later. Did you kill her, Zero? Yes, I suppose so. You suppose so? Yes. I was the one who gave her that injection, after all. I gave her the same dosage I gave to Poppet and the firemen. I didn't know things would end up like this. Truthfully, I didn't even realize she had passed until I overheard your conversation from earlier. Harper was intended to participate in this trial with you all. Her death is most unfortunate. Though, depending on the outcome, perhaps she is the fortunate one. It's good to have confirmed all of that, but none of it was especially surprising. I do have one follow-up question, though. The drug you gave to those three, the ketamine. Was it you who stole that bottle from the hospital? Yes. I have been investigating Detective Bishop's death myself. I was at the hospice yesterday. The employee-only door in the back was stuck open at a strange angle, so it was easy to sneak in. Gonna need to have a chat with that guy. I'll come back to you. I want to talk to Montclair. Mr. Montclair. Oh. Why, it isn't Miss... Faye. Was it? You remember me? Naturally. Has not been all too long since we were introduced, has it? If I recall correctly, you said you were... Donald Graves' lawyer. Yes, that, of course. It was on the tip of my tongue. Wonder about that. Still, he does seem to be a bit more on top of things. This door leads to the judge's chambers, I'm pretty sure. So even if it wasn't locked, we couldn't use it to escape. Are you feeling okay, Mr. Montclair? You look kinda troubled. And you're standing off in the corner all by yourself. Thank you for your concern, but I am quite fine. I was just doing some thinking. What about? If you don't mind me asking, of course. I'm trying to sort through my memories. You must have seen how I was earlier. I'm aware that I have difficulty remembering things, but I am not usually that bad. I think. It's just when things become particularly confusing, point is that I'm feeling a bit more like myself now. Things are clearer, mostly. Still, there was something very important that I was not to forget. And yet... Huh? What makes this something so important? I'm not sure. Although I get the feeling that someone told me not to forget it. Someone told you not to forget it. Could it have been the police? Oh, yes. That was it. Much appreciated. Was that easy, huh? And what was this very important thing? That would be my testimony. Your testimony? Huh? Suppose I've heard it once already, but I've actually forgotten it myself. Once more couldn't hurt. Neither crime. Mr. Moncler, do you think you could briefly recap your testimony for me? It will be my pleasure. Way to make this a formal affair. Murdoch and Winters already know it, and we didn't find any holes last time, so I doubt it's necessary. Why don't you just give it to me straight, and if anything stands out, I'll let you know. As you wish. Let's see now. It all started when... Uh-oh. Guess I shouldn't have gotten my hopes up. Still, at this point, I should be able to guess at all the major points of this testimony. Maybe if I give him a hand, I might get somewhere. Fingers crossed. Where did it all start for Montclair? Chill summons? It all started when he got a phone call from a certain someone, didn't it? Yes, that's right. He phoned me. Shield. He told me he was coming to see me in 5 days' time. He told me he would be on the roof, that he would be answer any questions I might have. I made absolutely sure I would remember to meet with him. I set an alarm on my phone, if I recall correctly. A few, perhaps. Why'd you want to speak with him so badly? Why? Why ever wouldn't I want to? I am not very good at reflecting upon myself in my state. Even I can tell I am but a shell of a man. I am ultimately at fault for this. Ultimately. I know this. But he is not without fault either. And I want to know why. I want to know why. It had to happen. I want to know what all our suffering was for. I want to know what kind of person he is. I want to know if it was worth it to him. I want to know. Even if I'm sure to forget, I want to know. I want to remember. Even if I have to carve the words into my bones, I want to remember. So you went to meet with Shield that night. Indeed I did. All my alarms and reminders went off as planned. And after that, I can't. Based on what I know, the next thing that happened was... Oh, our choices are he was sedated, or he went to the meeting. You moved your own IV, right? And then you went to the meeting. No, that's not right. Oh, huh? What do you mean? I went downstairs first, of course. Oh, this is new completely. Huh? Huh? Hey, you! Quit putting into my conversations! Been like 5 feet away this whole time. I was practically already a part of it. That aside, what's this about you going downstairs? What? This is news to you too? Well, he certainly hasn't mentioned it before, that's for sure. Mr. Montfair, what did you mean exactly when you say that you went downstairs first? I had a date with a particularly decadent morsel. What does he mean by that? You're asking me? Mr. Montfair, could you explain what you mean by, that? I was hungry. And? Why'd that make you go downstairs? Oh, well, I am quite a fan of those chocolate bars with the, what is that stuff, anyway? It's like a hard yellow nougat or something. But you mean to say that you went downstairs to the lobby to use the vending machine? More importantly, you talking about those crunchy bars? You mean to tell me that you chose to eat those? You choose to eat those things? It's like eating a crusty old sponge, covered in chocolate. It's toffee, and that's not what's important here. Mr. Montfair, you went to the lobby before going to the rooftop. I did, yes. Did you see anyone while you were there? I did. I was alone the entire time. Which makes sense. Graves and Winters would both be gone by this point. How long were you in the lobby? And how did you get there anyway? I took the elevator down. I was only there for a few minutes. Should Winters have noticed the elevator coming down? No, she wouldn't have. Then she would have been in the other. She would have been in the other elevator. Montclair, what happened to this candy you allegedly bought? Oh, I forgot to bring any money. Poor guy. Why did you decide to buy chocolate then, of all times? I couldn't very well confront Shield on an empty stomach, could I? No, of course you couldn't. After this detour, what'd you do then? I stepped back into the elevator and took it back to the top floor so I could go to the roof. I can't remember anything after that, however. That's alright. Thanks for sharing what you could. So, where does that leave us? Well, I suppose this would mean Graves got to the rooftop first after all. So, wait. That would mean that Graves had ample time to grab the pipe and then hide or something. Basically, eliminates any semblance of the contradiction you were so determined to prove. That big flashy argument we had? Entirely pointless. And... Wait. What does that mean? Have you proven anything at all, Mia? Have literally all of your points been overturned? My god, you've accomplished absolutely nothing! You're literally back to square one in this case. You've gotten nowhere. Whew, man, I really need that laugh. I mean, you might be a terrible lawyer, but you are fantastic comic relief. I'm so flattered. I don't like you. Fuck off. I gotta get out of here before I bust a lung. He's an odd man, isn't he? Not the word I would have used. Worst part is that he's right. If Montclair is to be believed, then Graves definitely got there first. If Graves got there first, then it's totally possible that he was the one who hit Montclair. The fact that Montclair has any memory of this at all means Winters didn't sedate him, making my theory functionally nonsensical. If that's all true, what the hell happened that night? We're no closer to an answer than we were to start with. Donald Graves the culprit? So after everything that's happened, is this the truth I've been chasing? Oh, you're right, Miss Fay. You seem rather tense. Because I am tense. Oh. Right. Naturally. Do let me know if there's something I can do to help. Noted. There's There's probably nothing else to be learned from the questioning Montclair at this point. God, I need a nap. Not on the floor this time either. Well, thanks, buddy. We certainly learned something. So I will take it, I guess. And when we return, let's just review the state of things here. We have Uncle Ray and Murdoch in the bottom there, being at the edge. There's a better shot of that. Diego's still working on the case. You can probably bust that open. And Winters and Klein. Actually, why not? Let's see if we can bust that case open while we are still here. How's it coming? Oh. No. Yo. Nah, we're still slow to a crawl over here. It's 9-character password, right? What have you guessed so far? Real easy to tell you what I haven't guessed. I've been at this shit for hours, man, and I ain't got flippin' nowhere. I'm in that kind of gig, girl. I don't know what else to tell ya. Should we try to break it open again? No offense, but I'd probably grab a brother. With some pipes this time. Even still, I really don't know if we got the manpower to bust this shit open, yeah? Like, the thing's obviously old as hell, but it's basically all metal. Plus, we ain't got nothing to work with. No tools, right? We need, like, something to pry with, you dig? Okay, so, going off topic for a moment, there's something that's been bothering me for a while now. You've slowly been reverting back to your default pseudo b-boy thing, and it's kind of sort of throwing me off. Who's got a pseudo b-boy thing? You do. The hell I do. All I'm gonna say is that you are 2 parts Diego to 1 part walkie-talkie right now, and it's kind of weird. Serious? Yeah. Shit. I mean, it doesn't really matter at this point, but... No, I hear you. For the people, right? The peeps. Wait, I mean... Former's gotta respect his audience, right, kitten? Well, you've got heart, I'll give you that. Might bend, but I never break. I suppose that was a cool line, if not entirely unoriginal. You can play it off, but I know you're swooning. But, yeah. Anyway, back to this briefcase ordeal. I seriously don't think I can get this thing open, Mia. At my wit's end. I know the password. Can't say I really expected us to get anywhere just by guessing blindly. Can I take a look at it? Be my guest. Need something to go off of here. A name. A date. A place. There's gotta be something I can use as clue. Can't be something too obvious either, or else Diego surely would have unlocked it already. Damn it. At the end of the day, all I can do is guess blindly, too. Numbers in capital letters only? Surely you figured this out too by now, but it's gotta be Cosmonaut, right? That's gotta be Cosmonaut. Which means that possibly McLean sent the Detective Bishop sent this letter to himself along with this case. Click. Wait, what? Did I just get it? What? Dude, you have got to tell me what the code was, dude. I have to know. Was Cosmonaut. Cosmonaut? Why does that sound vaguely familiar? It's because of this. Cosmonaut is the name of the person who called Bishop to the hospice. Which doesn't make any sense whatsoever? Why would the name of someone else be the code to open something belonging to Bishop? But I suppose this means that Cosmonaut isn't a name at all. Diego, are you sure this belongs to Kurt Bishop? Well, no, not in the slightest. Sure, it was Bishop who mailed the briefcase, but I don't have a clue if it belonged to him. So then why? Oi, Mia, quit daydreaming, girl. Huh? Open it, dude, open it. Gotta know what's inside. Oh, right. Hold on. Documents. What's that smell? Wet paper. Floodwater must have gotten in there. Whatever this is, it's ruined. What? Oh, hell no. Give me that. There's gotta be something in here. There has to be. Slurp. A stack of papers should not make that sound. Here, see? Some of the stuff in the middle is still legible. Huh? Really? Yeah, totally. It's pretty smudged in spots, but it's usable. Man, don't be jumping to conclusions like that. You're gonna give me a flippin' ulcer. Sorry. My hemorrhoids. Okay, now let's see here. Yep, bingo. What? What's bingo? This is all stuff pertaining to NX0. There's a clippings about disappearances. Screenshots from the live stream, even. Let's see. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is actually our missing case file. You mean the LAPD's NX0 case file you went searching for yesterday? That's the one, only this is far more complete than I thought it would be. The LAPD was only involved in the case for something like 10 days, was it? Then the FBI came in? Just by skimming it over, it's obvious that this case file has all sorts of highly in-depth information. Wait, could this be? There's a line in the letter that made it sound like the sender was giving something to Bishop. Please allow me to give you a small something to help you along your way. That's something Beatty's documents? Record of the sender's investigation? Right, then the sender included the code to open the case, but we misinterpreted it as their name. I went to dig around a little bit more to make sure of that, but alright, I'm on board. Does this really help us? Frankly, we probably know more about the room and board than this sender ever did. We don't know that for certain. More importantly, we don't know why Bishop was given all of this. Was this stuff sent to Bishop to lure him to the hospice? Or was it legitimately intended to help him? That makes it sound like the sender and Bishop knew each other, but their relationship is unclear. All I know for sure is that Bishop received this package, and then he was killed. Maybe we can find out why Bishop was targeted somewhere in this stack of papers. Does this also line up with your theory from earlier? You said Bishop might have sent this packet to the LAPD as a dying message. It's not really a message, but Bishop might have intended to give the eventual investigation direction. Guess I better get to work then. Can I leave this to you? I've got your back, kitten. Don't worry about a thing. It'll be gross, but I'll have this soggy heap sorted in no time. Hell yeah, I'm all fired up now. Gotta kick this paper's ass. Booyah! What a ham. This works out well. I can leave this case file to him while I continue to sort through all these testimonies. Maybe I'll make a note of the file even if I can't read it right now. Alright. Wow. We actually have an honest-to-goodness lead. Maybe we can actually pull this thing off. I still feel like we don't have the full story with this briefcase. Maybe it's just because none of our other theories have panned out, but I don't know. Only one way to find out. Time to get back to work. Alright. That worked out quite nicely.